Hi guys, I'm Ryan Houston and welcome to my fly tying channel. Your video is about to start shortly. Please take this opportunity to hit the like button down below, leave some comments, tell your friends. Interaction, likes, subscriptions help my channel to grow and help me to keep producing content for yourselves. If you're new to my channel, check out the other videos that I've got. There are over 500 videos at this stage, so there should be something there for everybody. Again, video is about to start. Hit that like button down below. Hi guys, so we're going to tie a little version of a stoat here, or a normal stoat's tail, but this one has a fluorescent green head, so a green headed stoat. So you have a couple of options here. You could use standard thread and then use a glow bright as the head, or in this case I'm going to tie using a chartreuse, UTC 140 and fluorescent chartreuse. And so quite a simple fly. We need a little tag or butt here of silver oval. So I'm going to tie that on, take it back to where the hook's split, and then I'm going to wrap backwards as many turns as you feel like. Wrap it around one of the hooks and take it in between the legs of the hook. I'm then going to tie that up the body and fold it back and wrap down. So that way we shouldn't end up with steps, and we should end up with a nice flat underbody. Okay, so body then black floss. So we can use the standard sort of black rayon, or we can use black silk, whatever you feel like. I'm going to use black rayon here. I'll take my strand, the middle of it, catch it around my tying thread, and then that'll allow me just to slide it down onto the shank, wrap back over it until we hit the tag that we created, and then come forward and touch and turns to make a nice smooth underbody. So this is now double stranded as I'm wrapping. So that allows me to sort of overlap and create like a double layered effect by allowing one of the strands to wrap ahead each time, whereas the rear one is wrapping over the turn that went before it. So get to the front, we tie that off. Just to make it extra secure, I'm just going to flip it over. And then take our rib and rib the body. Finishing that one up on top. Take one turn off because it's quite a heavy tying thread. Tie it in. Cut it off. So I want some sort of a flash in the wing, so I'm going to use a crystal here. You can use pearl, you can use silver, whatever suits yourself, but I'm going to use a UV here. So I'm going to tie in one strand and flip it back on itself and tie it over that, and that will act as our underwing. So I'm going to leave them slightly longer to begin with until I get the wing on, so as I know what length I'm at. So we can use hackle as our little throat, so you could use black hackle, or we can use a little bit of fur. So in this case I'm going to use a little bit of fur. I'm just using a bit of fox here. A little short. So I'm going to take that and get rid of the very short stuff here. Flip the fly over, set this on, hold it almost like you were winging, tighten tighten down onto it. Then we need to cut off tag ends on that. It's harder to get these fur throats neat, I think, than a hackle version. So that's another way of doing it. So wing, so Stoat's tail. You use a bit of fox. I'm going to use a black squirrel tail here. So I'll take a bunch of that. I'll set it on top, and I'm going to measure it for length. So some people fish it very, very short. What I'm going to do is do it that it's maybe the length of the shank again out the back, and at that then I will cut my bunch straight, set it up on top, and tighten down onto it. And then while it's under tension there, I'm going to get some super glue on my thread. I'm just going to super glue a couple of inches of my tying thread. Keeping the tension on this, then I'll wrap into and over my cut ends. So now what we'll do is we'll take these underwing, or the crystal hair as such, and cut that back. So I'd cut it back to slightly shorter than wing length there. And then we'll just use our chartreuse tie-in thread just to make a nice neat green head. Finish it in whatever way you're used to. So I use my hands, but you can use a whip finish tool. And then we need to varnish that. So it'll probably take a couple of coats of varnish. I'm going to use a clear here. You could use the super glue if you want. But a simple black fly with that little sort of attractor point on at the front of it. So the green-headed Stoat's tail. So hopefully you like what you see there. If you did, give us a like, subscribe, tell your friends, check out all the other videos on the channel, and until next time, tight lines, and thanks for watching.